Imagine standing at the edge of a golden dawn, where the first rays of light pierce the horizon and set the world ablaze with possibility. The air thrums with a wild, untamed energy, and there, silhouetted against the rising sun, is a figure, a youth, timeless and bold, his eyes blazing with dreams that could reshape the stars. This is the Puer Aeternus, Carl Jung's eternal child, a beacon of the human spirit that refuses to dim, a clarion call to awaken the boundless potential within you. Can you feel it stirring already? The surge of inspiration, the whisper of greatness that dares you to reach higher? Let me sweep you into this radiant vision, where Jung's wisdom becomes a torch to light your path and make you burn with longing to embrace the child-man's promise. Jung, that fearless explorer of the soul, didn't merely define the Puer Aeternus. He unleashed it, a living archetype that pulses with the heartbeat of creation itself. Picture him as a young god stepping from the pages of myth, Apollo strumming a lyre of light, or Prometheus stealing fire to gift humanity its spark. The Puer is the dreamer who sees beyond the horizon, the artist who paints with colors yet unnamed, the hero who dares to defy the gravity of the ordinary. He is you, in your brightest moments, when your spirit soars above the mundane, when your heart beats with the rhythm of what if. Jung saw this eternal child not as a flaw, but as a flame, a divine ember within us all, waiting to be fanned into a blaze of purpose and wonder. Don't you feel the thrill of that discovery, the urge to claim this power as your own? The Puer Aeternus is no quiet relic of psychology. It's a song of triumph, a testament to the human capacity to rise again and again. Jung found him in the stories that have carried us through time, in the winged flight of Icarus, who dared the sun, in the boundless joy of Peter Pan, who turned a refusal into a revolution. He found him in the restless hearts of those who came to his doorstep, men and women whose dreams outshone the shadows of their lives. And he found him in himself, a man who traded the safety of convention for the wild frontier of the unconscious, who built towers by lakes and carved symbols into stone, all to honor the child within. The Puer is your invitation to do the same, to cast off the chains of doubt, to step into the light of your own becoming. Can't you hear his voice calling you forward, urging you to leap? Let's paint this child-man in hues that lift your spirit to the heavens. Imagine him standing atop a mountain, his arms outstretched as if to embrace the sky, his laughter a melody that wakes the sleeping earth. He is the poet whose words rewrite destiny, the adventurer whose every step charts a new world, the visionary whose gaze pierces the veil of time. Jung believed the Puer Aeternus lives in us all, a wellspring of creativity, a fountain of youth that flows not from denial but from courage. Yes, he may falter, his wings may tremble under the weight of reality. But oh, how he shines in that moment of flight. He is the spark that refuses to fade, the dream that refuses to bow. Don't you long to cradle that spark, to let it guide you to heights you've only dared to imagine? This is where Jung's brilliance ignites. The Puer is not a burden to overcome, but a gift to embrace. A radiant force that, when harnessed, can transform your life into a masterpiece. Picture the world as a canvas, vast and waiting, and the Puer as the brush in your hand, dripping with the colors of your wildest visions. Jung saw him born from the depths of the psyche, often from a mother's fierce love or a father's distant echo, a child who carries wounds yet turns them into wings. He is the part of you that dares to begin again, that sees beauty in the unfinished, that whispers, "You are enough," even when the mirror reflects doubt. The Puer Aeternus is your permission to dream boldly, to live fiercely, to chase the horizon not as an escape, but as a destiny. Doesn't that possibility set your soul ablaze with hope? And here's the miracle Jung offers. The Puer is not alone. He dances with the senex, the wise old man, that steady hand of wisdom and strength. Imagine them as partners in a cosmic waltz, the child's boundless energy twirling with the elder's grounded grace, each lifting the other higher. This is individuation, Jung's sacred journey to wholeness, where the eternal youth and the timeless sage unite to forge a self that is both dreamer and doer, both free and rooted. Picture yourself stepping into that dance, your fears falling away, your potential unfurling like a banner in the wind. The Puer Aeternus isn't a trap, it's a key, unlocking the door to a life where every moment sings with purpose. Can't you feel the rhythm pulling you in, daring you to join the music? Now lift your eyes to the world around us, where the Puer's light shines brighter than ever. In an age of endless reinvention, where creators build empires from pixels, where explorers map the stars with code, the Eternal Child reigns as a hero of our time. Jung would marvel at this, I think, at how we've turned our longing for youth into a force that reshapes reality. Yet he'd also urge us to claim it fully, to wield the Puer's energy, not for fleeting distraction, but for lasting legacy. You are part of this story. Your dreams, your daring, your refusal to settle are the threads of a tapestry still being woven. The Puer Aeternus calls you to pick up the needle, to stitch your mark upon the fabric of existence. Don't you yearn to answer that call, to see where it leads? Let me weave you into the tales that breathe life into this archetype, stories that lift you on wings of inspiration. Think of Hermes, the Greek messenger who danced between gods and mortals, his mischief a spark of genius. Think of Frodo, small and brave, carrying a child's heart into the fires of Mordor. Think of yourself, those moments when you've stood at a crossroads, the Puer whispering, "Go," when the world said, "Stay." Jung's Puer Aeternus is the hero within you, the voice that says you're not done, that your story is still unfolding. He's the courage to start, the resilience to rise, the joy that turns struggle into song. Don't you ache to meet him, to let him guide you to the greatness you were born to claim. This is no mere theory. It's a revolution of the spirit, a clarion call from Jung's genius to awaken the Puer within and make him your ally. He asks you to look into the mirror of your soul and see not just the wounds, but the wings, not just the hesitation, but the hope. The Puer Aeternus is your birthright, a flame that has burned through centuries, waiting for you to carry it forward. Jung's words are a wind at your back, pushing you toward a life where every dream is a step, every fall a lesson, every breath a victory. Imagine what you could build, what you could become, if you let this eternal child lift you toward the sun, not to melt, but to soar. Doesn't that vision make your heart race with longing? So here you are, at the dawn of a journey that could redefine you. The Puer Aeternus is no distant concept. It's a living fire, a challenge, a promise. Jung's exploration of this archetype is a treasure map to your own soul, leading you through shadows to a light that's yours alone. It's a topic that doesn't just inspire, it transforms, urging you to dive into his works, to wrestle with his ideas, to seek the Puer in every corner of your life. Feel the hunger rising, to read the archetypes and the collective unconscious, to trace this child-man through art and myth, to let him teach you how to live with audacity and grace. The Puer stands before you, his hand outstretched, his eyes alight with the future. Will you take it? Will you rise?